Hello everyone, my name is Connor O'Brien and today I will be talking to you for my Application 2 video about Module 13. This is Advertising, Marketing, and Persuasion. The questions that I felt stood out to me the most from this module were the ones pertaining to what I thought about subliminal advertising. A question that I wanted to prompt to everybody via this module would be, would you think it is an effective tool or is it something overlooked by the masses? Does correct product placement and subliminal messages drive proper marketing and advertising for that item or company? So I felt like these were things that we see in every single day life, whether it be just out and about, watching TV, listening to the radio. There are things that pop up and they're underlined, they're below the surface. That's what subliminal really comes down to when you look up the definition. So subliminal messaging would be under the surface of our self-conscious, something that we think about in the back of our head, but we maybe don't realize until a later date what we were actually seeing, what we thought, or how it made us feel. So take, for example, the product placement of a professional basketball team. You see multiple products lying around the team bench for Gatorade, such as towels, bottles, what so have you that they might use. And this makes you think, wow, the team either is being sponsored by Gatorade, that's proper product placement, or it's completely subliminal and you're just thinking, everybody likes Gatorade, that's great. But then the next time you go to the store and you're walking past and you see the Gatorade, you think, hey, I remember seeing that, and these professional basketball players all drink it or use the products and stand by it. So why shouldn't I? It should be something great for me to buy onto. So then if you take, for example, something that might be a little more aggressive, such as the new subliminal advertising that comes through when we're using our basic search engines every day via our telephones, our computers, and tablets, when you log onto Yahoo and it shows you on the side advertising bar certain products that you might have been shopping on Express or Fashionphile or Nordstrom that you remember, I threw that in my cart. How does it know I wanted that? But this subliminal messaging that are tied between these two drive extra trips and then cause the consumer to think, oh, that's right, I do remember that product. And if you didn't purchase it, maybe it drives a trip then for you to go back and get it. And then a lot of the time throughout this module, I thought to myself, let me look into the numbers of how product placement and subliminal messages has proved beneficial when it comes to actually marketing in hardcore facts. So I decided to look at something that usually pops up on one of my browsers, which would be Fashionphile. Fashionphile links itself to sites such as Google and Yahoo to show you resale designer goods that you might have previously been searching through when you were last visiting their website. This company has stated that they have made a large chunk of their business when it comes to it, almost 2/4 of it, so basically half, straight from driving extra trips from customers thinking that they don't need this item, they can live without it, and it pops up on their Yahoo browser 2 or 3 days later, and they get driven the trip back, and they think, wow, I was thinking about it, how did it know? And they think it's all subliminal and just underlined. But really, when it comes to it, it's not subliminal. They are being tied together and causing you to drive this trip to spend this extra money. So I thought, especially with taking a marketing class as I'm taking this class right now, there's so many things that I can tie together that make sense when it comes to product placement and subliminal messaging and what it really means to do this advertising when you're looking at car commercials and beverage commercials and certain, labels and products that they want us to buy onto as a consumer. So while the methods may be below the surface, our conscience does recognize them at points. While it may be later, it still comes across, and that is subliminal advertising. We will remember that our favorite basketball team was all about Gatorade, and I should purchase Gatorade, or I will drive that trip to my cart back on Fashionphile and purchase that item that I have been thinking of. So I thought that this module posed some great things to look deeper into the surface and look at your surroundings and see what they're really trying to tell you, because there are a lot of underlying meanings from things like subliminal advertising, marketing, and messaging that we can learn from when it comes to the realm of communications. So I hope you guys had a great time learning about this module with me, and I look forward to seeing everybody else's.